Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name's Andrew Ferrier, and I'm here to tell you about some changes that I've made recently to memy, M-E-M-Y, my open source tool for tracking files and directories, especially focused around the Linux and Unix command line. And the changes I wanted to talk about today were specifically focused on increased compatibility with zoxide or zoxide. So zoxide is a very popular open source tool for tracking directories that you use from the command line, and in particular making it easier to swap between them. And memy now contains an additional compatibility layer for zoxide that works with all three of the most popular shells, bash, z shell, and fish, where it provides a Z command that acts in a very similar way to the way that zoxide does. But a reminder also, if you haven't seen my previous videos about memy, that memy also supports other things such as, for example, tracking files in addition to directories, so you can see your most recently used files, for example, and easily open or access them in various different ways. So in many ways, memy is a superset of the functionality that zoxide uses. But if you've been used to using zoxide for a while, you'll now be able to use a very similar kind of capability through memy without having to change the way that you work on a daily basis. So today I just wanted to give you a brief demonstration of how that works. So you can see here that I'm in a demo environment. If we do a quick list of my demo environment, you can see I've got 3 directories here, or 4 directories, I should say: docs, memy, projects, temp. As I navigate around between these different directories, because I already have the bash hook, as it's called, for memy installed, you can find out more about that in the memy readme file. If I do memy list, you'll see that it's already listed the 2 directories that I've changed to, the projects directory and the temp directory. So those are part of my memy database, so very similar to the database that you build up in zoxide as you navigate around the file system as well. If I go into the docs directory, maybe if I have a look at this report file, if I do memy list again, you'll see there's now 4 items in my memy database: projects, temp, and docs. And you can see also the report.txt file as well. By the way, if you've not used memy before, one of the things you'll notice is that memy is tracking files that we work with in addition to directories. You can see there that files are listed in green and directories are listed in blue. By the way, I can filter my memy list so that it shows me only files or only directories as well if I want. Now, the interesting and potentially new and compelling feature that I've added to memy recently, as I mentioned, is zoxide compatibility. So what that means is, again, because I have the bash hook for memy installed, I can use just Z or Z as a singular command like this, and then the name of a portion of a directory that I want to switch to. So I'm currently in the docs directory. Let's say I want to switch to projects, so I can just type Z or Z projects, and you'll see that it changes to the projects directory right away. There are other ways of doing this in memy, but what I'm trying to demonstrate to you today is the zoxide compatibility layer in particular. I've also added an additional alias or command called zi or zi. If I type that, you'll see that it opens up a list of all of the, in this particular case, directories in the memy database. And again, I can switch back and forth between them. This is actually opened in FCF, interactive selector tool. So if I type temp, you'll see it starts to filter down the list. I can go back again. I can find all the things with P in it. So let's say that I want to switch to the temp directory. So I'll select temp, and you'll now see it's now changed to the temp directory. So that's really all I wanted to show you today, so that you've got an understanding of the zoxide compatibility layer that I've added into memy in particular. If you want to find out more about memy, you can type memy-help and you'll see all of the commands there. You'll see that there's an additional command that's been added called Z or Z, and this is intended to work in this zoxide compatible way, but you'll find it most easy to work with if you use the bash hook, or the hook that's relevant to the shell that you're working with in particular. So you can find out more information by memy by looking at the help for these various commands, or if you prefer, you can go to the GitHub page for memy. You can see there also a link to the original YouTube demo I did of memy, as well as some other videos on memy as well on my YouTube channel. And you can find out more about memy generally by looking through this README and reading all about it. So I hope you find that useful. Thanks for watching this video, and hope to speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.